Hi, my name is Rahul Chauhan, founder of India's leading corporate travel management platform, roomsexperts.com. Today, I have a very interesting guest with us. His name is Sunil Agarwal, and he runs a service apartment chain in Delhi with the name of Woodpecker Apartments. So, Sunil, before we start, if you can just give a brief about your apartments and where they are located.
Yeah. Hi Rahul. I run a company by the name Woodpecker Apartments in Delhi. Right now we are wholesale targeting South Delhi. We run apartments in Hoskas, Green Park, Defense Colony, shortly coming up in Gurugram and Noida also. And we cater to all sorts of travelers coming to Delhi, whether they have a long stay or short stay.
Very interesting, very interesting. So, you have a good mix of both leisure as well as business travelers coming to you.
Well, we have a lot of mix. Our target customers are corporates, medical
Mhm.
tourists, then
Mhm.
travelers and business executives. And now even we have started targeting students coming on intern to Delhi, and
Oh,
which is again a huge, I feel a huge ratio coming to Delhi. Foreign students, not Indian students.
oh, okay. So, just trying to understand with current situations, how is your service apartment preparing to handle the customer safety?
Yeah, right now, safety of our clients and team is extremely important for us. Since our clients are domestic as well as international, and a lot of booking portals are pursuing us about safety after COVID. Uh, we have received messages from all portals like MMT, Make My Trip, Goibibo, Expedia, Booking.com, Agoda, and many more to have a well safe, sanitized environment for the guest coming to our properties. And we will have to certainly look into it in a very I would say in a it's a very serious matter, and it has to be taken very seriously by us if we want to continue with the same business, the same kind of occupancy we were getting earlier.
So, as you talked about occupancy, by when do you expect that the occupancies you were running earlier would return back to normal?
That's a difficult question. By when? Because it all depends when the air travel would start and when the companies would be prepared, or when a medical tourist in some part of South Africa planning to come to Delhi, what has a new recession, hit him? It's a big question mark. I would not be able to commit, but the sooner the better it is. We have opened all our portals with occupancy starting from 1st June onwards. After we have taken this safety steps, let's see how it goes. It's going to be tough.
I can understand, especially with the current situations going on. So, my another one for you, with contactless communication and touchless things coming in, and these are becoming a new norm. How does your service apartment plan to focus on that?
See, in our service apartments, already we have less employees. Normally there is just one person who is looking into the operation of all properties. So he reaches the property when we are expecting a guest check in, and each property has a caretaker. And that caretaker is also looking after 3 or 4 apartments in that building. So I would say the guest interaction is very less. Again, the team would be given proper sanitization equipments and mask. That is the only way out. What I was thinking the other day, probably we would start with the online check-in facility, meaning taking the ID proofs, getting the check-in form already filled from the clients, so that there is again a little bit much more less interaction between the team and the guest.
Very interesting perspective. I remember a few years back, we used to book a chain in, I believe, Denmark with the name of Zilip Hotels. and they what they used to do, they used to take your identity cards as a proof, and they used to
Mhm.
provide you an online checking facility. So you just go to your room directly, and you just enter the pin codes which you have been given. So something on those lines can be followed up here as well, right?
Yes, eventually we would have to do that. See, getting digitally lock-in keys would be a little bit difficult right now, but yes, slowly we would be converting our properties with that concept.
Okay, how do you plan to keep social distancing as a norm going forward?
Again, Rahul, as I said earlier, each property has very less employees in it. The social distancing is maintained, but yes, what we can do is we have a common dining area. We can always we can allot a timing slot for each room guest, preferably, and slot by slot, either they have their breakfast or they have their own meals, like that. Or maybe then we would have to pursue more on having their meals in room itself. And that is the only thing what I can think of right now. Plus what I have seen in past, except breakfast, all the meals are online ordered by the guest, and they have it in their room only. And since
So that
markets are very close by, they go to the market, walk down to the market and have their meals.
so you see that those norms would be followed going forward as well.
I think so. I think so. It should not
Okay,
be a problem for us.
okay. And Sunil, how do you plan to keep your service apartments sanitized and safe for customers?
See, they would have all the basic products which are to be there in rooms, in dining halls, in maybe kitchen areas. Like, of course, the team would have a mask. We would be providing disposable masks every day to our room guest also. Then each room will be well equipped with hand sanitizer dispenser. Each bathing toilet would have liquid soap, then a soap. Then we would have disposable plates and cutlery, which we've already ordered, and I think we should get the delivery by next week. And of course, we change linen every second day. Again, if it is required, we would change the linen every day.
Very interesting. Very
Yeah.
interesting. So, if I see forward, then your future marketing materials would be focused towards hygiene factors, isn't it?
Definitely, definitely. Because again, now a guest would also be looking at place which is much more hygienic, much more clean, much more spacious. I would say we need to have special filters and air condition put now. There has to be many, many more things. Each day improvement would be there, depending on what is new coming up and what has to be done immediately.
Hmm. And what do you think of providing a health safety kit, which is actually not a first aid box to the users, to the customers who are coming to the apartment?
I have, to be honest, Rahul, I have not thought about that. But yes, we would be certainly, if the market norms pursue that, we would be providing that also. Yeah.
Okay. Just another interesting insight. So I was just reading somewhere last night, and it came out that there are few, hotel associations and service apartment associations which are trying to work together to bring in certain standards for sanitization and hygiene factors. So how do you think these things would work, especially for an service apartment owner like you going forward?
It would definitely be good for us. As I told you earlier, already portals like Make My Trip, Airbnb, I just received a mail from Airbnb. They have formed a WhatsApp group individually for each city for Superhost, and they are having their own norms for sanitization in each property, and accordingly they would be promoting that property. It has to be done by us. We have no other choice. And with so much of
Okay.
pushing towards social distancing, We have to. We have to.
So, is there anything, lastly, is there anything you would like to inform your future guests, especially about woodpecker?
See, especially about woodpecker, I think that we would be upgrading ourselves as far as the guest safety and safety is concerned for the health and after this COVID issue. But for the travel industry, I would say that it would be a complete reframing and a realignment of the industry at all. It's a very tough situation, but I think we all can handle it well. It is just that things have to open up as early as possible, and we all have to upgrade ourselves and take the best of the efforts, because now the business would come only digitally and through your services. Meaning it's going to be a different game altogether.
Very interesting insight, Sunil. Indeed, you talked about realignment of industry as such. That was quite an interesting thing, Sunil. Thank you so much for the Fireside chat. Thank you so much. It was
Thank
great
you.
having you today with us.
Thank you, Rahul. Wish you all the best and look forward
You
to
too.
meet you soon. Yeah. Thank you.
Absolutely, yes.